What's up, bosses? Thanks for joining us for this week's episode of the one, the only Truck Boss Show. We've got a lot of great stuff in this week's episode, including a carrier donating trailers to help feed people across the country, a driver who's being honored for saving a young boy, and we share a story of overcoming adversity by getting behind the wheel of a big rig. But before we get to those stories, we have something serious to talk about. Unless you've been living under a rock, you've seen or heard about the protests happening around the country in response to the killing of George Floyd at the hands of a Minneapolis police officer. Now, many of these protests have turned violent. Rioters destroying buildings, looting stores, and blocking roadways, and many of these protests have now started to impact drivers moving freight. For example, Amazon has recalled drivers and changed the routes in many cities, issuing that drivers, quote, return home. And many streets and roads have been overtaken by protesters and rioters, so a lot of the routes drivers use may not be accessible. We've looked to see if there are any announcements about road closures ahead of time, but often protests can be unpredictable. So before you drive through cities, do some research, listen to local radio stations, look at social media, and pay attention. If things start taking a violent turn, turn around and do not attempt to push or force your way through, putting your life and the life of others in danger. Now, the National Trucking Association also shared a couple of good tips to remember while on the road during a protest. They include planning for road closures, contacting the delivery location to get the most current and timely situations and conditions, planning to park in a safe location outside of the area, and securing the truck, keeping your company posted and updated as you travel. Dispatchers should know where you, the driver, is at all times, and utilizing all technology available to you to stay safe. Now let's shift gears. It's time for some good news. We know that there are many out there who have overcome struggles and adversity, and often their stories can serve as inspiration for others. So this week, Nikki shares Matthew's story that goes deeper than just trucking.
Hey everyone, Nikki here at the Truck Boss Show. Today we are with our new friends, Big Matt and Christina of Bonafide Trucking. Thanks for joining us today, guys.
Top of the top.
Top of the top.
I'll get back on your feet. On the Truck Boss Show, ain't no time to sleep.
Where did this name come from, Bonafide Trucking? Just tell us a little bit about that.
While I was incarcerated, I asked God exactly what he wanted me to do on my path to redemption and redeeming myself. And a couple people came and told me about truck driving, and we decided upon a trucking company. And I asked him, well, since it's your company, what do you want me to name it? And he said, I want it to be named Bonafide Trucking. And it was basically, in the Latin, the word bona fide means good faith. It was basically focused on putting the shine and shimmer back on trucking that used to be. It was an all-American job in the 70s, 80s, 60s. Everybody wanted to be a trucker. And if you were a trucker, you were so respected. You know, your clothes were different. It was just a different look, a different feel. And God said, I want you to bring that back. Honor, integrity, and service is our motto. I want you to bring that back to trucking. People are very disrespectful towards truckers, and we're disrespectful towards ourselves. I want to bring that back to trucking. So it's Bonafide Trucking.
Matt, tell us a little bit about your story. Why trucking?
Trucking was honestly one of the most profitable professions that would give a second chance to a person like me. And when I say a person like me, first of all, I am an African-American male in this country. Second of all, I am an ex-felon. Third of all, one of the bad decisions that I made in my life was I joined a gang as a preteen. And that led me down a rabbit hole of bad decisions. And trucking afforded me the opportunity to actually turn my life around. You talk to anybody in trucking, you tell them, yeah, man, I'm a gangbanger. And they're like, oh yeah, I'm a biker. And this one over here is like, yeah, I'm a bank robber. And this one's like, yo, man, listen, we all got a past. I look at the highway as really my road to redemption, because it is redeeming me in the eyes of a lot of people. Trucking, it opened many, many doors for me. And I always looked for a way to do the things that I wanted to do without getting too much assistance. And the money that you can make in trucking, if you do it right, affords me the opportunity to ultimately get to a place where I can contribute to the economic forecast in my community and in communities over.
Let's talk about some of your videos that you've done on social media. I've seen them and I get such a sense of positivity from them, and I know that other individuals do as well. What gave you the motivation to start doing videos on social media, and what do you have in the works for the future?
And it was because God asked me, he said, Matt, when you die, because I was on a collision course and I didn't care if I died. I didn't care how I died. And he asked me, he said, what do you want to be remembered as? Do you want to be remembered as a trucker who knew Jesus? Or do you want to be remembered as a disciple of Christ who drove trucks? And I'm like, man. And he's like, you promised me when you were released from prison, you were going to preach. I said, yeah, but nobody's let me in the pulpit. He said, well, newsflash, the whole world is gone virtual now. So you have no excuse.
Matt and Christina, where can people find you on social media if they want to go watch your videos or just keep up with what you got going on?
But you can find me at It's Deeper Than Trucking. You can also find me on my personal profile at Bonafide Trucking. My wife, you can find her at Teens to Be Heard.
That is it for this segment on the Truck Boss Show. We'll see you on the next one.
What an amazing story that was. Now let's kick it over to Isela for some more good news, a driver who jumped into action to help a young boy.
We all love good, positive stories, and well, this is a special one. Back in August of 2019, as Harold Hyde, a driver for Old Dominion Freight Line Inc., was en route to do his normal pickup and delivery routine when he noticed something unusual, cars swerving trying to avoid an object in the road. As Harold got closer, he realized the object was a small child. He pulled his tractor trailer over to block traffic to keep the child from getting hit. He then jumped out of his truck and, along with another Good Samaritan, got the child to safety. The little boy was 4 years old, autistic, and nonverbal. Thanks to this amazing driver, little man was returned home and safe. Additionally, Harold is no stranger to doing good deeds. In September of 2019, a month later, on his regular delivery route, he saw an overturned SUV with the pregnant woman trapped inside. Harold was quick to help before first responders arrived. Harold is the company's 2020 John Newell OD Family Spirit Award. Harold stated that he was humbled to be recognized with the award. Harold, you deserve it. Thank you for everything that you do. Not only are you part of the heroes of the road, you're also an angel for others. To read the complete article, make sure you get your tissue ready and click the link below. Now let's go to KellyLynn as he talks fuel prices.
Thanks, Isela. Well, good news for drivers everywhere. Fuel prices have taken a slight dip yet again. Right now, an average gallon of diesel in the U.S. will cost about $2.40. That makes it 75 cents lower than the same time last year. Now, despite the lower average cost, some places are just going to be more expensive, such as California, where a gallon of diesel will cost about $3.18, but that's still about 92 cents cheaper than what it was last year. So fuel up and hit the road. Now back to Isela, who has another inspiring story for us.
Thanks, KellyLynn. Feeding America, being one of the largest hunger relief organizations in the U.S., is getting an awesome donation. Premier Trailer Leasing and their longtime supplier, Thermo King, will be helping combat hunger during this COVID-19 pandemic. Premier is going to provide free rental of up to 40 Thermo King refrigerated trailers to Feeding America. These big old 53-foot trailers allow them to help secure, store, and distribute more than 6 million meals this summer. Thermo King is also donating to Feeding America through its We Move Food Grant program. If you'd like to read up on this awesome story, make sure you click that link below and check it out. Do you ever wonder what's on your fellow driver's mind? Well, don't wonder anymore, because here on the Truck Boss Show, we got what they're thinking. Yep, it's Stack Hack time. Nikki, roll that film.
Hey guys, this is Tony Justice. Hope y'all having a great day. Doing a little Truck Boss stack hack here, and gives us an opportunity to talk about what might be on our mind, good, bad, or ugly within the trucking industry. And I wanted to focus on the good for my stack hack, and say, man, what an honor it is to be part of a group of individuals who keep this country rolling each and every day. The durability of you guys and gals out there who keep going, no matter if it's a pandemic, if it's riots breaking out everywhere, the American trucker keeps moving on. Man, you guys are absolutely the hub of this industry, the hub of America's economy, and I can't say no words come to mind that are good enough to say how much I'm honored and proud to be a part of this awesome brothers and sisters of the highway out there. And hopefully get to run into you guys one day on the big road and meet you in person. But keep doing what you're doing. You all set just an amazing example for America and the things and the morals that America was built on. And the working class, man, y'all kick ass. Glad to be part of it. God bless. And as always, speed safely.
Hi, this is KellyLynn McLaughlin, and I am the driver ambassador for Women in Trucking and Schneider. And this weekend I'm taking a little time off. It's been just about 3 months of craziness between COVID and now the political unrest that drivers unfortunately have, been involved in. And I love my job, and I really appreciate being part of a country where you're able to speak your mind and be part of peaceful protests. But personally, I don't know about you guys, but I find violence unproductive and scary, and I try and eliminate that in my life for the most part. So I just want to give a huge shout out to all the other drivers that are out there to stay safe, and thank you for being part of America's team and keeping our country rolling. So we'll see you later. Bye-bye.
It's Jacinda Lady Trucking coming at ya. Prayers and best well of wishes for all of us truck drivers out there. It's craziness going on right now. Protect yourselves, be safe, be wise, make wise choices, and don't go anywhere that you feel threatened. There is nothing more important than our lives out here, and no load, no product, no company is worth you. So keep your eyes and ears open, stay tuned, and do what works best for you. Again, nothing is worth our lives. Stay positive. There's a lot of negativity, but it's up to us, you, me, to remain positive in these crazy times. This too shall pass. It's Jacinda Lady Trucking coming at ya.
Well, thanks to all those drivers out there for sharing all that awesome content with us. And be sure to tune in every month because, of course, we're going to have those stack hacks bringing you what's going on in the industry from some of our favorite people in the industry. So be sure to tune in for that.
And well, speaking of favorite people, you already know here on the Truck Boss Show, we always have something extra for you. And that is our extras every Friday. And tomorrow, we're going to be having Miss Angelique Jones. She is with Women in Trucking, but she dives in a little deeper on what it's like being a truck driver and a mother as well. So you won't want to miss that.
Yeah, don't miss that. It goes up on Friday, so be sure to set that reminder, give us a like, subscribe, all that fun stuff so you get those notifications when we post new videos. And we're going to have a very busy summer, but COVID kind of put the damper on, everyone's plans. But there are a few shows that right now haven't been canceled and we're still planning on going to. Isela, tell them about that.
Yes, we do. We have the Bandit Big Race Series that's going to be virtual, and that's going to be taking place June 20th, and this is at the Hawkeye Dawson Speedway in Cedar Rapids. Then we also have the Walcott Truckers Jamboree Iowa 80. That's going to be taking place, again, the first week of July, and then the Great Lakes Big Rig Challenge at the Onaway Speedway. That's July 10th through the 12th. And of course, our favorite GBATs. That's going to be in September 24th through the 26th. So far, no cancellations. We're looking forward to that. But of course, we're going to keep you posted.
That's right. If they do cancel, we've got you. So mark your calendars, get ready. And again, we couldn't go to Matt's and some of the others that happened earlier this year just because of COVID, but we're going to make it up to you. So now, if you haven't already, be sure to check out our giveaway. It is, as soon as you hit our page, it's that first video that you see. You get some awesome products for free, or well, you could. So enter to win. It's very simple to do this. So all you have to do is like the video, share the video, and then in the comments of that video, tag 3 friends. That's it. Then you're entered to win. And we're going to pick a winner at the end of this month. And then the next month, we'll have another giveaway for you to tune in and try to win. So be sure to check it out there. And of course, like, share, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your mom. We want to keep doing this, and we can't do this without your guys' support. So keep supporting us so we can support you.
And why do we do this?
Because you're the boss.